Greg. Very, very cold here. Heavy, thick frost last night. Absolutely freezing now. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. On way to watch the football. Thought I'd make a detour to the town centre. There's a couple of CDs I'm after. You'll love them both. Then on to watch the soccer. You can see how grey the skies are, buddy. You know, it just looks awful. Take care. Greg the Egg Blackmore rolls. About to have the bacon sandwich. In the interest of healthy eating, I got some fruit just in case the bacon clogs me arteries. This is the Headbanging Zulu outside broadcast. You see I'm properly dressed, never go anywhere out it. And I've just bought myself this, and I've just bought myself this for a future unseal and reveal. I don't know if you've seen them before, Greg, but here's something else as well I bought, and they just literally bought them from the local HMV. But excuse me now while I have me fruit, then I can eat me bacon sandwich with good conscience. I've had some 5 a day. The football kicks off at 12:30. It is now 10:15 in the AM. Still horrible up. You can see the sky, but I'm about to. The football kicks off, so I've got time to eat me fruit. Then I'm off for a bacon sarnie. Then I'm off to watch the soccer. It's Chelsea versus Crystal Palace today. Chelsea is about 20 minutes from my auntie's house where I used to stay. I don't support them. I support the Royals, mate. Royals forever with me. Biscuit boy till I die. See ya. Just started raining. Hey. Hello, greetings. Hello. This is Steve again. This is Vclt from the great, magnificent Blackmore Rules. I have made an apology to Greg. I did receive this package a week last Thursday, and I'm sorry, Greg, for the lateness of this one, but Greg knows why. We do communicate with each other with email, and it's just been one of those things. I couldn't get it done because of my health and other issues and stuff like that. If you don't know where Greg's channel is, it's on YouTube. And basically, if you're into rock, it's fair to say Greg doesn't like the extreme stuff like thrash, sort of the hard metal. He's more of a rockologist. He likes the rock, the stuff like Rush, Purple, that sort of stuff. If it's got a good guitar rhythm, that's Greg's bag. And he also shows a lot of punk rock as well, because they've got obviously great guitar music in it. And he's also the funniest channel on YouTube, so please check Greg's channel out. And I did receive this, came through the post, and this is giving my postman hernia. He's complaining to me. He says he's going to sue me, but thanks, Greg. I'm really humbled, man. And this came through the door, and I'm going to be posh. It was stored in my office, so it's not really an office, it's a spare junk room. But if I say office, it makes me sound posh and arrogant and all that stuff. But it was like where I print the t-shirts and stuff. And I did apologise to Greg for the lateness. But no, please check out Greg's channel. And another thing I love about him as well, he does these album battles. And some of the stuff he battles, I mean, it's more like an apocalypse. These albums is so good. I learn a lot off him because he does it at fair, and he does like the first Rush, and like the Fly By Night was the second Rush album he did last time, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's just amazing stuff, and I like his opinion on stuff as well. He's just, I call him Professor Egg. He's just, you know, an expert. Like he really knows his stuff, and I've learned so much off him. And cheers, Greg. I'm welling up already. But the weather's better in the UK, mate, better than we had yesterday, and it's really bright, sunny. Sunshine makes a change. Without further ado, wow, this is life. Wow, look at it. This is the life and crimes of Alice Cooper. Amazing. I've never seen this before. Wow. Yeah, it looks like a box set I've never seen. Big fan of Alice. You get that, and I'm being careful with it. You get that, and it's all the big hits. The big records on it's a 4 CD pack, like the makeup, and yeah, it's a big thick booklet action. Then you're getting all 4 CDs, and I've got to be careful because I want to tilt it in case it all falls out. I presume it was issued in Canada. I've never seen this, but it looks absolutely amazing. Thanks, Greg. It's got the booklet action is really thick, and oh, it looks amazing, Greg. And yeah, it's absolutely amazing. When I was a kid, this brings back memories, because this would have been around about 74, 75. People in UK remember it. We used to tune into the radio, mess with the radio dial, and used to get a lot of Alice Cooper coming through with Schools Out, because it was only a couple of years old then, not very old. And this means a lot to me, Greg, because when I was sort of going into rock, when Bohemian Rhapsody was about, Alice Cooper, I always liked his stuff, and it reminds me of all those days in Lincolnshire when I was under the mattress listening to Schools Out on the radio, because that was the only medium we had in them days. I know the kids today with all this Bluetooth and Spotify lark don't know they've been born, but in my day it was a little transistor radio, and I remember Schools Out. Oh, I'm just shocked. I wonder if it's got there's a track. Yes, it has. Is it Gutter Cat? That's made my day, Greg, because Gutter Cat was the B-side to Schools Out on the single. When they released the 7-inch Schools Out single, that was the B-side, Gutter Cat. It was a pretty good song. I always look for that track when I look for Alice Cooper. It's a really good obscure song, good to be on the lookout. But cheers, Greg. The next one, oh man, classic rock, Deep Purple. I've seen this magazine in the UK. We get classic rock, but I'm not tell you the truth, I should be, but I'm not really a magazine person. I've got a few, and this one looks like a Deep Purple. It's Deep Purple special. I do like reading them, but with me, unfortunately, they all ended up in a box. I never get round to reading them. And also in England, I don't know what the prices are like in Canada. They tend to be very expensive. They're like £5 each, and you could buy a CD for that price. And if it's a toss-up between a magazine and a CD, I always tend to go for the CD. This looks like a one they did about Deep Purple. They've got other stuff in it as well. I'm just looking for a date. Yeah, it looks like 2015 it came out. This is absolutely brilliant, Greg. Thanks a lot. Sorry I'm rabbited. I'm going around in a circle. Oh man, Rolling Stones, my favourite band of all time. This is what I call a coffee table book. Oh well. Yeah, as it happened, I read Rolling Stones till the cows come home. The greatest rock band in the world, bar none. I don't care what anybody tells me. I was having a discussion with somebody, and Rolling Stones are the only band that's never ever sold out. What I mean is they always stuck to their R&B origins. They've never done this progressive albums. The closest thing they've ever done to an experimental album was Beggar's Banquet, and it's more they were experimenting with southern rock, and it's a 4. If you look at the albums ranked, it was number 4, but it still stood the test of time. But the reason why I love the Stones so much is they never sold out. They've never sort of said, oh, let's do something completely different and confuse everybody. They've always stuck to that R&B, what they started with in 63, 64. They've always kept that vein sort of thing. They've experimented with funk and stuff like that. and adding other sort of what black music like not so much disco, but more like funk in the early 70s. It's just been amazing stuff. Thanks, Greg. I'm really chuffed, man. I'm going to have a good time reading this. But oh well. Oops. Stone Circus. I've got to be careful. Yeah, I'm guessing this is I know what this is. I've got a poster here. It says the Stone Circus. I know what it is. It's when they did that picture, but I'm not going to open it now because I don't want to cause any damage to it. What I'll do is I'll open it up and make another video and show it. But I know what it is. It's when they did the circus. They had other. I think Pete Townsend was there. There's a few other people. I've got it on CD somewhere, but I'm not going to mess with this now because otherwise I'll get ripped, and you know, I don't want to do that. And oh, here's another one. Wow, I'm shaking here, Greg. It's a rock and roll circus. That's it. 90 received with the. Yeah, I've got the album. That's it. Absolutely, I'm going to have that framed. That's a rock and roll circus. Look, and I think there's a film if memory serves me right. There's a few favourite stars there. Marianne Faithfull, The Who. I knew The Who were there. Jethro Tull. Absolutely brilliant stuff, Greg. Thanks a lot, mate. Thanks a lot. Oh, thank you very much. Born to Run, the Bruce Springsteen story. Another. I like Bruce. I've seen him live twice, and wow, Greg, cheers, man. I look forward to reading that. There doesn't seem to be a lot on Bruce. He's very close to the chest. He's one of the only stars that doesn't let his music be used by anybody else or advertising campaigns or stuff like that. And he's got some great tunes. Been a fan of his since the 70s as well. There's a funny story about that, because we went to go and see him live on the Born in the USA tour, and I was, well, should we say, doing a lot of booze and other stuff at that time, around about 82, and because I was a metalhead, sort of like Metallica, any of the metal boys, Maidens, and you name it, I was listening to it at the time. And they said, do you fancy going and see this guy called Bruce Springsteen? I said, who? He says, he got a massive album out. I can't remember the exact year. It was about 82, 83, 84. I can't remember the year. And he's touring this. It was a huge tour. And I basically got free tickets. And he said, we don't like him. And do you want to go and see him? I thought, nah, you know, I'm a metalhead. You know, imagine a metalhead go and see a Bruce Springsteen gig. I'll get laughed off the face of the planet. And it's only one of the regrets I've always had that I never went. It was a great gig, and I've seen him twice since. But he's on stage for 4 hours and 4 hours 25 minutes respectively. And I saw him at the Aston Villa Leisure Centre, and I saw him at Milton Keynes Bowl. But yeah, he's fantastic. And you know, I can't wait to read this book. I should read this next, because you don't see many Springsteen books and stuff. Oh wow! Oh, this is funny. Yeah, look at that. Thanks, Greg. I've seen this before. Oh, that Rolling Stone. Oh, that. And what they do is they get an album and they get some heat and they make these. And it's a Rolling Stones album they've done it with. And it's got some good stuff in here. Paint It Black, Ruby Tuesday. It's obviously a compilation album. On the London label. I think that was their American distributor. And they've got some heat on that and go bang. And what you get left is that. Wow. Cheers, Greg. Oh, it's amazing. Oh wow, got a flag. I can't see who it is. Metallica looks like. I may be wrong. Yeah. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, I hope you can see it alright. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm starting to well up here. Oh, wow. And just can't see this one, I'm at the right angle. Yeah, it's amazing. Sorry, I'm at the wrong angle, I can't see it though. Yeah. Oh well, looks like looks absolutely amazing. Oh, I'll tell you what it is, but I can't see it. You tell how bad my eyes have got. Oh, it's just amazing. Got Rolling Stones Honk, 4 compilation albums. Haven't seen this one before. Oh, it's one of those box sets like new album sunglasses and stuff. Start Me Up Brown Sugar, and it's Canadian as well. That's amazing. I'm not going to open that. It looks absolutely amazing. It's got Start Me Up, which was what they always used to start the tour with. Brown Sugar, which is sort of not a politically correct song to do now. Miss You, Tumbling Dice, Beast of Burden, which is one of my favourite songs. Love Is Strong, which is an amazing track. Harlem Shuffle, I liked it, but not many people did. Happy was a Keith Richards song. He used to do that. Oh, it looks amazing. And it's one of these. I think it was just released in Canada. But that's the track listing at the back. Absolutely amazing. Oh, I'm shaking. Got some CDs. Alice Cooper's Hey Stupid. Funny, I was talking about that CD as well. Looks amazing. And yeah, I was talking about that CD the other day, funny enough. Just can't believe it. The Dead Daisies, that's another good band you want to check out. Awesome. Really like them. Cauldron, love them as well. Amazing band. I think I'm 99% sure they're Canadian. And I played the records you sent me last time, Greg, all the time. They're brilliant. Striper, Goddamn Evil, Christian Metal. Another band that Greg and Scott Waters, they turned me on to Christian Metal. I'll always thank them for that. It's just absolutely amazing. If you're into sort of the heavy metal, check some of this stuff out. I mean, I'm a Christian, but it's just absolutely amazing stuff, and it's awesome. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. Oh, so oops, we're sliding it. That's alright. Oh. But we've got some t-shirt action now. Oh, Def Leppard Tour 2017. Yeah. Oh wow. Looks amazing. I've got a funny relationship with this band. All I can remember is that photo, and I'm trying to get into some of their earlier stuff, but I've heard it's pretty good. But it's that one song that destroys it for me. It's a bit like Europe's Countdown, that song they did. I just, there's a lot of places where it went. It's just a funny band with me. What's it called? Countdown to Destruction, that final countdown. Can't handle that song. But, wow. I've got to be careful. Yeah, Judas Priest. Looks like a Canadian newspaper with an article of Judas Priest. Hope they still do crosswords as well. Yeah, it looks amazing, but I'm being very careful with it because I don't want to cause any damage. I should do it under controlled circumstances in the office, and I'll use the scalpels and those microscopes and do it properly, and making sure the atmosphere is properly and everything's good. Zulu's Petals. Never heard of that band. But that sounds South African. I haven't got a clue on this one, but I'm going to look forward to listening to that. But I ain't got a clue. If anybody's heard of it, stick it down in comments below. It might be psychic. It looks a bit psychic to me, but I may be wrong. Proggy Psychic, never heard of it. Or it could be a children's CD, I don't know. Oh, it's not one I don't know. Another t-shirt action. Wow. It's the Ramones t-shirt. Wow, it's alright, the light's a bit funny. I've had to shut the curtains to stop the glare. Unfortunately, my eyesight's not what it was. And I'm in difficulties. It's the Ramones looks of that. Oh, thanks Greg. Absolutely amazing. And I'm a professional glass wearer now. I wear glasses full time. It's just the way the sunlight's hitting the glasses. That's what's caused me problems. Oh wow. This looks like guar. Is it? Yeah, it looks like, I'm sure it's guar. Might be wrong. I think that is possibly, it could be guar. And it's one of their tool shirts. I like guar, good band. But I may be wrong. But yeah, it's all over Canada. Oh wow. Oh well, Greg. Another great Rolling Stones album, Bridges to Babylon. I like this album was good. Fantastic. Oh, it's amazing. The Rolling Stones. Yeah, Bridges to Babylon, great album. I like Voodoo Lounge as well. It's sort of I might do that as an album battle, see which one's the best, because they're both very equally balanced in my book. Oh man, Greg, my glasses are starting to mist up. Sorry, mate. AC/DC, Rock and Bust. Oh wow. Again, the Canadian tour. Oh wow. Absolutely amazing. Like AC/DC, especially the early stuff with Bon Scott. A friend of mine, I just found this out a couple of weeks ago actually. He's about 6 years older than me. Well, I think he's 4 or 5 years older than me. And he used to go and see Bon Scott with AC/DC. And he actually shook his hand. Never knew that before. But apparently it's like when AC/DC before, I'm thinking the one after Bon Scott died. And it's escaped me the name. Back in Black, that's it. And it was before then, and it was like when it's AC/DC. I can't remember which album they were touring, but they came to England and they did a few gigs, and he used to see him with Bon Scott. He used to go to every single AC/DC concert on the planet. But unfortunately, with us metalheads now, it's getting too expensive in the UK to go to tours, Greg. I don't know what it's like in Canada, but it's like over £100. I'm going to see Wasp next year. I'm not going to see Grand Magas. We've got a budget of £30, and if it's more than that, we just can't afford to go. You've got to factor in your travelling, if you have to use a hotel. It's just too expensive, man, in this country now. But in the old days, it was quite cheap. But as soon as the prices started going up, the old metalhead sort of said we knocked it on the head. That's why I don't go to that many gigs. Because basically, I'd rather have the CDs anyway. Because I've got them. The way I look at it, I've got them permanent. But oh, thanks a lot, Greg. I hope this has done justice to you, mate. But I'm in absolutely emotional wreck now, and you know me, Greg. I'm off to the football this afternoon, but I'm absolutely speechless, Greg. Cheers, man. Thanks a lot, and I love you dearly, mate. And give it Mr. F a hat. And I'm signing off now. Cheers, mate, and cheers, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this, and see ya.